Hello and welcome to Tabletop for One. Today I am reviewing Bullet Heart by Joshua Van Laningham and published by Level 99 Games. This is a solo review, but it covers all the content of Bullet Heart, Star, Orange, and the promo. Now, Bullet Heart is a push your luck board game in the style of shoot 'em up / bullet hell video games. And that leads me into my first category of the review, and that is the theme. You can see that Bullet Heart really leans into the theme of the bullet hell style video games, and you can see the designer really wanted to marry the two ideas together of having a board game and a shoot 'em up video game and bring it to the tabletop. And boy, does the designer really do a good job. Not only bringing the theme there, but integrating it with the mechanics in such a way that it really feels like you're fighting a boss and you have a myriad of bullets headed your way. You have the opportunity to manipulate the bullets and activate patterns from your cards. And when you don't, it really feels like you missed and didn't dodge a special attack from the boss. But there were some epic moments that you're able to dodge those bullets and send a whole bunch back to the boss and maybe even take down 2 shields in one round. Now, if you haven't played any of those video games before, you might not have the nostalgic feel of the game like I do. But the art, the anime characters, all of it really provides a neat atmosphere for what the game is actually trying to accomplish. And so let's go to number 2. The production quality. The production quality of Bullet is great. The player boards are a thick cardstock. The incoming board is linen finish, really nicely done. The base edition has the thick cardboard tokens that you put in the bag, and they're very thick and have a nice feel to them, high quality. If you get the deluxe upgrade, you're going to get the wooden tokens that are like a 1/4 inch thick and maybe even thicker than that. They're really big tokens, and they have the nice clickety clack sound in the bag as you pull them out of the bag, and they're just a great addition to the game. I highly recommend them. The cards are also very good quality, and the art and everything that goes with the game is just it just pops. The great colors, everything's recognizable. And I just really love everything about the production quality. It's really reflective of the fact that Level 99 has been trying to put out some high quality productions in the last couple of years, especially with other games like Imperial Spells and Steam. Now let's talk about number 3, the gameplay. The gameplay of Bullet Heart is fun, fast, and furious. Yeah. It's really got this great push your luck mechanic where you're having to pull every bullet out of that bag and put it on your incoming board. And if you add too many to a column, they will hit you and hurt you. But you have all these choices to manipulate the bullets, move them around on the board. You can move this one here, or maybe this one up one, or however, and you're trying to make a little T shape or a little V shape, whatever your card pattern that you have, to be able to get rid of some of those bullets and make room for more. The game never really feels unfair, even when you add 20 bullets to the bag that you're going to have to throw on your board. The game really feels like it gives you a lot of options to play and many different ways to manipulate the board in your favor. But that doesn't mean that the game is easy, because some of those bosses have some really, really hard abilities, because they have patterns too, and you got to try and match their patterns so that they don't hit you or debilitate you in some way, maybe removing some action points from you or causing you to lose a card. But in the end, the gameplay is just so much fun, and it has you asking for more every time you play. And that leads me into the ease of solo play. So it's really quick. It's really quick to set up. I mean, we're talking 1 minute. You have 2 boards for your character, 2 boards for the boss, 1 board in the middle for the incoming. You have the 2 decks of cards, 1 for you and 1 for the boss. And the decks are character specific, so you just grab the deck, shuffle it up, and you're ready to go. It really takes a minute to set it up. Throw the 10 bullets in the bag, and you're all set. And then gameplay, we're talking 30 minutes, maybe. You know, it might be less than 30 minutes, depending on how fast you are at making the decisions. It doesn't induce a lot of analysis paralysis. There isn't a lot of time spent thinking about what move you're going to do. That doesn't mean that the moves are obvious. It just means that, I don't know, you just want to keep pulling those bullets from the bag and sending them towards the boss and just have a quick play out of it. And so as far as the rules go, the rules are very simple. The rule book, I think, is like maybe 10 pages long. The solo mode rules are 5 paragraphs or something like that. It doesn't deviate too much from the main mode, other than the fact that you don't have another player. And there's no AI to administer either. So it's very quick between each round. And before you know it, the game's done and you're ready to set up for another one. And why would you want to set it up again, you ask? Well, that's number 5, replayability. It's not enough to just beat the boss that you just beat. You want lots of bosses, and you want lots of heroines to play. Well, guess what? In the base box alone, there are 8 characters, and each of them can be a boss. See, on the other side of each of the player boards is the boss board. So you can choose to easily swap the other 2, or swap the 2 that you just played. So you can turn the heroine that you were just playing into the boss, and the boss into the heroine, and there you go. You're ready for your next game. Add in the Star expansion, which has a whole bunch of characters as well. Add in Orange, which has several. There's a promo character, a cat named Beethoven. All of them can be bosses or heroines. And so the combinations of bosses and heroines just grow exponentially. And they're all different. They all play differently. They each have their own deck of cards, and their player boards have different actions than the other ones. Yeah, you're going to have 1 or 2 small actions that you might recognize that carry over, but really all the characters play differently. They even have passive abilities on the characters that are different. Some don't have them, some do. The bosses have passive abilities. All sorts of things, and some of the combinations can be very difficult, and so that leads to a nice amount of customization for the difficulty. You can pick specific heroine and boss combinations that are very difficult or very easy, depending on how you want to play. There's so much content in the game, and you know, by the time you've played every combination of heroine and boss, you're back to wanting to start it all over again. And, you know, that's how I feel right now. I just want to break it open and play. And so that's going to lead me to my final score. And I'm going to go ahead and give this game a 10 out of 10. And on top of that, that's not enough. I think, and you're going to call me crazy for this, I think this is a perfect game. Between the production quality, the use of the theme and the mechanics, the art, the gameplay, the ease of solo play, the variability, everything together makes it a perfect game. It makes it an essential game for a solo gamer because it provides such a great experience and great choices, great variability, great use of difficulty, and can be very much expanded, and it doesn't take a lot of time, but you really feel like you had a great experience even in the 20-30 minutes that you played. You want to play again and again and again, and it just keeps coming back to it. It's not my favorite game, but it is a perfect game. And I highly recommend it. If you think I'm crazy, I don't blame you. But, I would say just check it out. In fact, I have a couple playthroughs. Check out those playthroughs. See if it's the kind of game that you'd like to play. And if it is, go get it. I mean, don't take that as me telling you to spend money, but I mean, if you're looking for a great solo experience, don't look any further than this game because it's going to offer one. Well, there you have it. That is my review of Bullet Heart. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the game. If you played it, if you think I'm crazy for rating it so high, for saying it's a perfect game, I'd be happy to hear from you. I know I'm not always right, and it's just my opinion anyways. But I really would like to hear from you, so please comment below. Also, please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you like the content you see here. Other than that, I thank you very much for watching Tabletop for One, and have a great night. Oh, you're still here? Well, thank you for watching the video, but I just wanted to say one thing. Please take the time to reach out to those around you, your loved ones, your friends, family, anybody who you truly care for, and just tell them that you love them today. Don't forget to do that, because sometimes people need to hear that. This world can be a difficult place, dark and hurtful and painful, and sometimes it's just nice to know that you're loved. So spread that love around. Give someone who you know needs a hug, give them a hug today. Thank you again for watching Tabletop for One, and have a great night.